Hi, this is a old poem of mine called Hooray for Hollywood 2004. 1. Hilary Duff sings, "Let the rain fall down," over the outdoor speakers as I walk through the courtyard of the Hollywood and Highland Shopping Center. It's a beautiful day. The sky is, to quote the band Icehouse, an electric blue. I cross Hollywood Boulevard and blend into a crowd staring across the street at Grauman's Chinese. Greg Kinnear and Rebecca Romaine Stamos will soon walk down the red carpet for the premiere of Godsend. The movie opens a week later. I'm glad I'll get a chance to see it during my lifetime. 2. 2 weeks ago, the doctor told me the disease had spread and was now inoperable. Afterwards, I logged onto Orbitz and purchased a one-way ticket to LA. I've always wanted to die in Hollywood. 3. Almost everyone in Hollywood is genuinely friendly. The aspiring rapper passing out free copies of his unauthorized CD mashup with Frank Sinatra. The waitress who calls me honey at the California Pizza Kitchen. The young man giving out passes to what he calls the hilarious late-night show Jimmy Kimmel Live. The elderly evangelist dressed as Gandalf the White who smiles when he tells me I'm going to hell without Jesus. I'll remember all of them when I cross over to the other side. 4. My days are spent wandering through Hollywood and noticing the mixture of modern shopping centers, run-down tourist shops, and occasional grunge. My nights are spent watching newly purchased DVDs on a portable player in my hotel room at the Hollywood Roosevelt. So far I've seen 20 movies, everything from the grandeur of Giant to the schlock of Win a Date with Tad Hamilton. I want to see every movie made in the history of American cinema. Or another 200 movies, whichever comes first. 5. One night I meet a shy middle-aged English woman at the Pig and Whistle next to the Egyptian Theater. Her name is Carol. She's also at the Roosevelt. A few hours later, we're making love in her room. Afterwards, we dress and she takes me upstairs to meet someone special. The ghost of Montgomery Clift, who stayed at the Roosevelt when filming From Here to Eternity. It doesn't take long for Monty to appear. Fortunately, for us, Monty's ghost is young and beautiful rather than the older Monty ravaged by alcohol, drugs, and a near-fatal auto accident. Monty's ghost stands within a few steps of myself and Carol. He smiles at us, says, "Don't be afraid," and disappears. 6. The next morning, Carol and I have a room service breakfast. She wants me to go with her to the Bodhi Tree bookstore for the purpose of acquiring more good karma. Afterwards, Carol says, we should go to Santa Monica Pier so I can see the Pacific Ocean for the first time. As we drive to the Bodhi Tree, Carol asks me if I'd like to come to the UK and live with her. I politely decline the offer and ask her to come visit me again in a few months if her finances permit. She agrees, but I know she's sad. We say very little at the Santa Monica Pier. That night we watch Master and Commander on my DVD player and make love for what's likely to be the last time. The next morning, I help her get into a taxi bound for LAX. When the taxi passes out of sight, I start crying. 7. A week later, I move out of the hotel and into a 1930s era apartment building on Whitley Street. The manager tells me to be aware of my surroundings because a murder recently occurred in the area. I tell the manager, I'm not afraid. I'll be just fine. In fact, it's time for me to head over to the Walk of Fame and see Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey get a special star for their brilliance on the MTV show Newlyweds. It's 10 a.m. now. With luck, I'll be one of the first people there, because I love Hollywood. Thank you.